Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I got sidetracked for a minute. I had something else cross my mind as soon as I pressed the button. But good morning, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. You guys know I'm Avis. I'm not sure which one of my channels this is going to be on, but if it's Unapologetically Avis, you know I'm Avis, and I don't apologize for shh. Or if it's Avis TV, welcome to the family, baby. Anyways. Oh Lord, and hit the thing behind my ear, and I ain't even so used to doing stuff. So extra. So anyways, before I get started, I have my coffee, get my protein. I have my boiled egg over here. You need some more egg. I got my little bacon pack over here. Yes, I'm eating out the pack of little, whatever. But anyways, I want to chat with you guys this morning. A comment someone made, not a negative comment, of course not, stood out to me. In one of my videos, the recent one I posted about I was confronted, which I would do, it was a phone call, but still I was confronting by my sister, and my mom did not confront me at all. Actually, she just didn't talk to me and speak to me when I saw her. Totally blatantly ignored me. And like I wasn't there. But that's fine. And I found out why, because she saw the video. Didn't know that, but hey, she saw the video. And a comment someone made that they went through the same exact situation with their mother and whatever, and they didn't believe her, and she happened when she was 8 years old, all the way on up to, teenager, whatever. Basically my story as well. And a lot of times in the black communities, you see it a lot. This does not get talked about. And I'm not going to talk about me and myself personally. I'm going to try not to anyway. This just doesn't get talked about. And I don't understand why. Because the thing is, people always says, and always like to say and do, what happens in this house stays in this house. Every black young girl, woman has heard that before. I put my phone there so I can kind of prop it up. And excuse the lighting because, I'm behind the desk versus, in the breakfast room. But I want to just put that there. Now, you hear that a lot in the black community. What happens in this house stays in this house. And that is one of the most derogatory terms, sentences, phrases you can ever hear. Because how do you expect change? How do you expect healing? How do you expect to have some sort of a better life mentally, emotionally, spiritually, if you still holding on and dwelling on something that has never been resolved? A lot of issues you have in your current life, in your personal life, even when you're getting married, you bring those things from your childhood to your marriage. And sometimes your marriage end up failing because of things that had nothing to do with you, as far as it happened to you as a child, was not your fault, that you bring into your current situation. So how can you heal from something that you never, ever got help for? To answer that, I'm going to take a time for it. I want you guys to comment. What are your thoughts about that before we move forward? Because I'm going to give you time, because this is one of those videos I want to actually have a conversation with you guys. You guys know I heart every one of your comments, because I read them. I read every comment. Whether it's negative or not, I read them. I heart them to let you guys know I have saw them and I have read them. But I'm going to give you a second to go ahead and start your typing method. You can go ahead and type while I talk. But I'm going to wait like 10 seconds of silence, and then you can talk. Then you can type and I go back to talking. I'm actually not counting. I'm just waiting. Now, by a show of hearts or hands, who parents have told them what happens in this house stays in this house? By a show of hands, whether you're male or female, which have your parents told you what happened in this house stays in this house? No, ma'am, what happened in this house and not stays in the house, because how do you expect me to grow up, to heal, and be a blessing to others? I mean, I still am blessings to others, but still, I am still taunted as an adult of things that have happened. Yes, I have made myself a better life, move forward, try to heal the best way I know how, because I have prayed, I have took counseling, I went to anger management, I have poured out my heart to God, which He already know my situation. I have poured my heart out to family members, I poured my heart out to you guys, I poured my heart out to my husband. Even now my children know, Destiny knows. I just found out my little baby Harmony saw the video. And I know she probably can't grasp, but she know what rape is. She know what all those things is like that. She know, because I talk to them about that. I literally talk to them. I talk to them graphically, because the way that we try to sugarcoat things for our kids, they're going to get it brutal, raw, uncut in the street, in the school, in the schoolhouse, from kids that know way more than your children, because you're keeping your children, try to keep them children as long as you can. But you got to realize there are children coming from other households that's grown as fuck, that got nasty ass nasty ass mouths, that hear all type of stuff and see all type of things that my kids don't even hear or see. And then they talk about it at school. That my kids, and I was upset when my kids came home and they told me about gay. I'm like, how do you even know about gay? Because at that age, I didn't know anything about gay. What gay was. What gay is. I don't even want you to even know about different sexualities. But you have to realize we are in a day and age where they're going to be seeing this stuff now. They promoting that on TV, on commercials, movies, cartoons, trying to make everybody be all equal. Yes, you can do whatever you want to do, but baby, I'm all for it. You can live your life. Love is love if you want, whatever you want to do. But don't bring that to my children. I'm not saying nothing wrong with it, but for mine, don't bring that for mine. You feel me? I don't care how anyone feels. You love who you love. You like what you like. Hey, but don't bring it to my children. All right? I have had my own experiences with the same sex or whatever the case may be, whatever. Hey, that was my choice. But let them wait till they get older and grown up to know what that is for them to make their own decisions. Because what I do with mine is behind closed doors. My children do not see me do or anything or say. Let them be children as long as they can. That's what's wrong with the world. Kids don't know how to be kids. Let them be kids as long as they can. Now we can let's get back on topic. So, back to the healing. Again, how can you heal? How can you grow and move forward for something so toxic that's been haunting you since a child or teenager, whenever these incidents happen to you? Whether it was rape or abuse or anything. How can you move forward? You cannot. You cannot move forward. Because you're always going to be stuck in that same place. It's always going to be something to bring you back and pull you back in. It's triggers. Like with me, my triggers, I still have triggers when I hear little bumps in the night. I jump up automatically in fright because I heard those sounds when I was younger. People creeping into my room. When my husband pulled the covers back on me, trying to fool around with me in the middle of the night. But the way he pulled it slowly, it reminds me when my stepfather pulled the covers off of me in a sneaky way. And I had to have that conversation with my husband. Those are some things that are triggers for me that you cannot do to me. Yes, I'm still healing. I am past it. I can look at him in his face and don't have not the slightest anger, issue, or problem with him. That's how God has healed me. That took time, baby. That took time. That has taken time. Because you know how I healed? I talked about it. Outside the house. I talked about it. And it took years. It may not take years for others, but I talked about it with you guys. So I have like poured my soul out. I have cried. I have cried. I have cried to you guys before years. When I even was in the darkest places on here. Go back 8 years ago on here. Versus me today versus then. Go back. You'll see. Go back. I'm not that same person who just was so angry and so hurt and so... You know, let's go to this marriage thing. When I say you bring things from your past to your present current situation, like with your husband, the way I saw my mother marriage was not a good marriage, a positive marriage. I didn't see all that lovey-dovey and happy and hugging and talking, holding hands, and we all going out having a family. And you know, your kids love to see their parents, you know, kind of physical, not too sexually, like you know, hug and kiss whenever he holding her, things like that. I love when my children see their dad do that because he's showing them nice, clean love and affection for that person. You know, and when I see him hug me or hold me or whatever, I automatically look at my kids, and the first thing I see is the biggest smile on their faces because they love to see their parents interact. They see a good environment. So when they grow older, they know what they want in their marriage. But what I saw in my mother's marriage, which is her business, because I'm not going to talk her business, but just what I saw was not something I would ever want for my marriage. So her marriage is so toxic. I still seen that, and I end up bringing that into my own because the person who I am, because I end up being kind of like her. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good.
You checking out?
Trying to drop the phone.
Okay, you can put it right there. What room number?
It was 120.
Okay. Do you need a receipt?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, so like I was saying, so I ended up bringing what I saw into my situation, my marriage, because I grew up seeing such a toxic marriage, being around toxic people, and that was already in me. I had dealing with anger issues from already what's going on in my own household, from me being abused, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and all those type of things. So, and I ended up bringing that to my relationship later on in my marriage. I was being very hell, you guys saw it. You guys saw it. I mean, I didn't want to see it. I did not want to see it. I'm gonna be honest. I did not want to see it. I didn't think I was that person. But sometimes I look back at videos and I kind of see it. But sometimes I think I just be pushing it a little bit. But yes, I was very angry. I was an angry person. I was very controlling. Yes, I usually talk down to my husband, not even knowing. Sometimes I was doing it. I know sometimes I just do things just to do things. I mean, things that I saw her do, and like, I guess being controlling. I mean, but that's who I am. I'm not controlling though. I'm a very dominant person. Very dominant. I can hold my own anytime, anywhere, any place. I'm very dominant, very strong, feet planted. I can do me. I can handle me. I can take care of me, period. And I just have such a strong backbone, strong personality that if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. If I feel it, that's it. That's what it is. You're not changing it. And I find myself like being the more dominant one in my relationship or marriage. And, you know, woman's supposed to be submissive, but they're also supposed to have a strong backbone. But that's not what was going on in my situation. I mean, I want him to be, but since I have healed from these things from talking to counselors throughout the years, that helped. I have to admit, it did help some, because I'm talking to people. I would love to go to counseling with my mom, you know? And, yeah, I even talked about that when I was going to get my VSG surgery when I was going to counseling. You guys remember those videos, depending on what channel you're looking at this on. You remember those videos I uploaded, and I would love to bring her there, but it never happened. But in order for me to get where I'm at today, I had to say something. I had to get out that situation in order to heal. Even though it took years down the line, I had to get out of that situation in order to heal Avis. Because Avis did not want to bring that to in her marriage with her children. Because years ago I did. I ended up finding myself being more like my mom to my kids. Now, not that abusive shit, but like verbally yelling and cursing and blah blah blah. I still curse at my kids. Everybody majority of the question they get on, that's not an issue. But who doesn't? The kids, black kids at that. They understand, hey buddy, go sit down. Go sit down now. But no. They understand you better go sit your motherfucking ass down before I knock you the hell out. They understand that, right? Alright, go pick up that book off the chair, please. I mean, mine still listens to that, but they do it on their own free time. And I go back in there and I still sit on the floor. Didn't I tell your motherfucking ass to pick that goddamn book up? Now pick it the fuck up. Pick it up. They get off their ass because they hear the tone in your voice. It changes. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. What I'm trying to say is, you guys, to everyone, don't let that term, whether you're an adult, child, or whatever, and please don't tell it to your children today. What happens here stays here, because baby, what happens here, if it's traumatizing, is it's not stays here, because you cannot move forward, growing older and wiser and helping and being a happy and healthy person if you cannot get over things that still triggers you in your past life. Not your life, but in your past. Period. You gotta take the first step by talking to somebody. My first step talking to somebody was my grandmother and my aunt, which I call Mama Sharon. Then I ended up venting as an adult after I had kids on here. Now, people in my school know, who I was going to school with, who was close to me, they knew about it. I talked to them about it. They knew. Told them about it. And to this day, they see me, they talk to me. Sometimes they even ask, like, how am I doing or whatever, my mom, blah, 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 you know. But don't tell your children that, because they need to be able to come to you openly to tell you something. And then don't be one of those parents that, oh, gotta have man this and this, so you don't believe your kids. Because your children will not lie to you about no shit like that. Don't be one of them women who will take a man's side over your children. I don't give a fuck if you scared to be alone. Bitch, start the fuck over, ho. Because your children are your first priority in your life. Your life is not first in your own life. Your kids' life are first in your own life. Period. There may be a part 2 to this, because of some other things I want to mention. But I'm already about 20 minutes in. But if you want to hear part 2 and you want to hear more of these type of videos, you gotta let me know. You gotta let me know by thumbsing up and commenting and sharing with a family or friend who might be going through this type of situation, or you know, or you just want to talk to them without tell them without saying it. So like, oh, check out this video. I thought it was interesting, and send them the link and let them watch it. You know, the healing have to start from somewhere, not just praying, but you got to put in that work, even though it's not your fault. It's not your fault what happened to you. It's not your fault no one believed you. It's not your fault that you did not get the justice that you deserved. It's not your fault someone took your innocence. It's not your fault at all. But since no one helped you, you have to help yourself. You can't be bitter. You can't be angry at the world. You can't be taking your frustrations out on your husband or your spouse because of things in your past and you don't see it. Just like that Madea movie. What it was, I can't remember what the movie called, but when the girl was so mean to her husband, it's a movie, and the girl played as Babs on there with Bow Wow. Byron! You know her, that movie. Which one, what old girl was in. But y'all know what I'm talking about. My mother with the sister who was so bitter. It ended up being Bow Wow mother. And not his sister. She was dogging her husband out so bad, being mean, talking down him. Kind of the same thing I did to my husband. Because of some shit that happened in her past. That no one never talked about. She never ever got help for. She brought that into her marriage and made it toxic. And the only thing you had to do, baby, was talk about it. It's hard to talk about it. Let him hold you. You cry in his arms. Let him hold you. Because mine damn sure have hold me. And I cried and I cried and I cried and I have cried. You just got to let that out in order to move forward. I'll see you guys next time. Comment below and we'll finish the discussion if you want to talk more about it.